Happy New Year, everybody. Hi, I'm Pastor Brook. I'm at Bear Creek United Methodist Church. And I don't know about you, but for me, January, the toughest month historically for me to get through. I think sometimes when I was in South Dakota, it was the wind and the cold and the snow. But here in the Pacific Northwest, it certainly is the darkness. We get some very dark and gloomy days. We don't get to see the sun that much, even when it's out. And it can get to us, right? When we don't see light. And so I thought I would share with you a daily video, just a short video, to help inspire you, help you keep going, give you a little light if I can. Maybe I can find some light, and maybe share just places where I've found light this year and in January particularly. Cindy and I and Wes a couple days ago watched a wonderful movie, and I would encourage you to watch it. It is inspirational. It's a difficult movie to watch in some ways, but has a lot of great inspiration in it. And it's the story of the great director Steven Spielberg and how he became someone who loved to make movies and how he got, and it's about his family life, which isn't always easy. He's got a difficult family, but making movies and how he did that kind of helped him get through the tough times. And at the very end of the movie, there's this wonderful quote. He's 17 years old, Steven Spielberg, and he goes into the great director's office, John Ford, who's made all sorts of great, he directed Grapes of Wrath. I mean, just a fantastic director. And he just, by chance, gets a chance to go in to see him. And John Ford's smoking this cigar, and he's such a typical director. And he has Steven Spielberg go up to a couple pictures and tell him what he thinks about these pictures. And here's what he says to him. Remember this, when the horizon's at the bottom, it's interesting. When the horizon's at the top, it's interesting. But when the horizon's in the middle, it's boring as, you can fill in the word there. It's interesting, isn't it? So much of our life, I think we try so hard to keep the horizon right in the middle, to kind of play it safe, right? But according to John Ford, what makes our lives interesting is when we're not placing that in the middle and that boring, but finding the top and the bottom of our lives and allowing that to speak to us. And so this morning, hey, as we start the new year, let's change the horizon up a little bit, right? Let's find new ways to look at our lives. Let's not just always play it safe from the middle. And let's let God be not only in the middle of our lives, but also in the bottom and at the top of our horizons. And all the people said, amen.